So hello guys, my name is Umo and this is University of Pattern Drafting. Today's tutorial is going to be on understanding your tape rule or tape measure. So first off, this is the tape rule that I am going to be working with. This tape rule that we're going to be working with, and I have gone ahead to, I've taken the liberty to draw a clearer diagram of the inches part of the tape rule, which is the front, and then the centimeters part of the tape rule, which is the back of my tape rule. So first off, from the tape rule, you can see that on each of the tape rules, now this is blocking the front part of my tape rule, so sorry, the top part of my tape rule, so you might not really see it well. So I will start from here. So from here you can see that we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 columns. Do you understand? So each inch has 8 columns. So 1 inch has 8 columns, and this is what we've transcribed from here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is 8 columns, and this is 1 inch. Can you see that? So I've gone ahead to do that for the second column. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So that's 8 columns, and this is 2 inches. Do you understand? We're going to deal with the inches part first. So let's talk about that. So this is the beginning of the tape rule. So from here to here is, so let's bear in mind that we have 8 columns. Do you understand? So we have 8 columns. Do you get? So this is, from here to here is 1 out of 8 columns. So this is 1 over 8, 1 over 8 inches. This is, from here to here is 2 out of 8 columns. That's 2 over 8 inches. So from here to here is 3 columns. So that is 3 over 8 inches. And then from here to here is 4 columns. So that is 4 over 8 inches. From here to here is 5 columns. So that is 5 over 8 inches. From here to here is 6 columns. So that is 6 over 8 inches. From here to here is 7 columns. So that is 7 over 8 inches. From here to here is 8 columns. So that is 8 out of 8 inches. Can you see that? So you can go ahead and do the same for this, but we'll just stop here since we're dealing with just 1 inch right now. So now, first thing we're going to do is now transcribe this to decimals. Do you understand? So 1 over 8 decimal is 0.12. So this is 0.12. 2 over 4 is equal to 0.25. 3 over 8 inches is 0.375. 4 over 8 inches is 0.5. Do you understand? 5 over 8 is 0.625. This 1 over 8, let's just make it, since we're in the spirit of this one that is 3 decimal places, let's also make this 3 decimal places. So this is 0.125. And then 6 over 8 is 0.75. Then 7 over 8 is 0.875. And then 8 over 8 is just 1 inch. Do you understand? So I hope this is clear. Remember, from the beginning, this is the beginning of the tape measure. From here to here is 1 over 8. So this is the first column. Very easy to remember. 1 out of 8 columns. 2 out of 8 columns. 3 out of 8 columns. 4 out of 8 columns. 5 out of 8 columns. 6 out of 8 columns. 7 out of 8 columns. And then 8 out of 8 columns. Do you understand? So one other way that we can use to easily remember what this is, okay, so we can break down all of these fractions that can be broken down to the we can reduce them. How is that called in math? To the let's just divide them, really. Let's just divide them. So 2 over 8, 1 over 8 can be divided, so let's just leave that at that. 2 over 8 can be divided, so 2 here, I think I would rather use pencil for this. So this 2 over 8, 2 here is 1, 2 here will be 4. Do you understand? So we can also make this can also be called 1/4. Do you get? This can be divided, so let's leave this out. So for this one, 4 here 1, 4 here 2. Do you understand? So this can also be called 1 over 2. Do you get? These ones can be divided. There's no common factor. This one has common factor. So 2 is the common factor. 2 here 3, 2 here 4. Do you understand? So this will be 3 over 4. Do you get? So this can be divided, so we'll leave that as it is. And then this one, 8 over 8, has already given us 1. So do you understand? So we have 1. So let's take note of that. This is also 1/4 of an inch. Do you understand? So now let's sort of like, if we're trying to say it in words, so if you measure something and then this is where it is, you say 1/8 of an inch. So this is also called 1/8. 1/8 of an inch. Do you understand? This is 1/4. Quarter. This is 1/4 of an inch. This is 3/8 of an inch. 3/8. 3/8 of an inch. This is called half an inch. Half an inch. This is 3/8 of an inch. Do you understand? So this is 5 over 8 of an inch. So 5/8 of an inch. So 3/8 of an inch. Do you understand? 1/4 of an inch. So 1/4 inch is 1/4 of an inch. So 1/8 of an inch. Do you understand? 1/4 of an inch. I hope this is clear out. So 1/4 of an inch. Then this is 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch. This is 3/4 of an inch. This is 7/8 of an inch. 7/8 of an inch. And then this is 1 inch. I hear a lot of people say 1 inches. It's 1 inch. Okay? This is 1 inch, not 1 inches, because it's singular now, so it's 1 inch. So this is basically, what 1 inch is. And then the same thing here, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and then 8. So that's 8 over 8. It's still the same thing. So 2 things to note about inches is that 36 inches equals 1 yard. Gentlemen, 36 inches equals 1 yard. 18 inches equals half a yard. Half a yard. Do you understand? 9 inches equals a quarter yard. Half a yard, quarter of a yard. Do you understand? So these are just basic things to note. And another thing to note is, this is just random, but 12 inches equals 1 feet. Do you understand? So if you are maybe 60 inches, it means that you're 5 feet. Do you understand? If you are, it just goes on and on and on like that. So now let's move on to the back of the tape rule, which is the centimeters part. So now, one thing to note is that 1 inch, as you can see, this is where our 1 inch is. So this is the 1 inch line. Can you see that? And 1 inch is, this is 1 centimeter, this is 2 centimeters, this is 2.5 centimeters. So 1 inch is equals 1 inch equals 2.5 centimeters. Can you see that, guys? 1 inch is 2.5 centimeters. So one easy way to do, if you don't want to stress yourself, just if you are transcribing. So if they say, let's say they say 15 centimeters, can you see that? Just turn the back of your tape rule, mark that point and turn the back of your tape rule. That's, let's say 7/8 inches. Do you understand? So just easy to read. So let's talk about this part. So as for centimeters, centimeters has 10 columns. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you understand? So centimeters has 10 columns. So the first column, which is from here to here, is 1/10 centimeters. The second one is 2/10. With centimeters, you don't really have to do all of this. This is 3/10, 4/10. This is 5/10, which is also half. Do you understand? This is 6/10. This is 7/10. The next one is 8/10, 9/10, and then 10/10. Because I'm 10/10, so that's 10/10, which is 1 inch. So this essentially is, sorry, not 1 inch, 1 centimeter. So this is half centimeters. This is 0.5 centimeters, and this is 1 centimeters. Do you understand? So basically, this is 1 centimeter, this is 2.5 centimeters, this is 2.5 centimeters, this is 1 inch. Do you understand? So 2.5 centimeters equals 1 inch. Do you understand? So those are the basic things to note about your centimeters. And then one other thing to note about the tape rule is that your tape rule, my tape rule stops at 60 inches. Some tape rules actually extend to about 120 inches, just depending. And then for your centimeters part, stops at 150 inches. Do you understand? So if you are looking for, if they say 55 centimeters, 55 centimeters is about 140 inches. Can you see that? Sorry, 55 inches is 140 centimeters. So just this is just basically what it is. Like, it's pretty easy to understand. So let's just go over that again. Your tape rule usually stops at 60 inches. Do you understand? There's some that extend to 120 depending. And then the back stops at 150 inches. So if a client sends you measurements in centimeters and you're trying to transcribe it to inches, if they say maybe the hip is 109 centimeters, just turn the tape rule and then, can you see, 46.75 inches. You get? So just, it's pretty easy to decipher. If you're watching a tutorial video and then the person giving the tutorial says is giving measurements in centimeters, you can just turn your tape rule and transcribe it to inches. So let's just go over that again. This is 1/8. This is 1/8 of an inch. This is 1/4 of an inch. This is 3/8 of an inch. This is half an inch. This is 5/8 of an inch. This is 3/4 of an inch. This is 7/8 of an inch, and then this is 1 inch. So let me just state that on the table. I'm going to take this out so that it will be easy for us. I've taken this out so that we can just see it from the beginning. So as I mentioned earlier, this to here, can you see that? So this first line is, so the first line, this is 1/8 of an inch. Can you see that? So the second line is 1/4 of an inch. So the third line of your tape, or your tape rule, on that first on the 1 inch mark, the third column is 3/8 of an inch. The fourth column, which is here, this line, is half an inch. That's why you can see it extends. So this is half an inch. Do you understand? So from here to here is half an inch. From here to here is 1 inch. Do you understand? From here to here is 1.5 inches. From here to here is 2 inches. You know, you just go, the list is on and on. From here to here, 2.5 inches. From here to here is 3 inches. Can you see that? So this is half an inch. So from here to here is 6/8 of an inch. So 6/8 of an inch. This is 7. No, sorry, this is 5. This was 4. This is 5/8 of an inch. Then this is 6/8 of an inch. So 6/8 of an inch is also called 3/4. So this mark is 3/4 of an inch. Then from here to here is 7/8. That's 7/8 of an inch. Then from here to here is 8/8 of an inch, which is 1 inch essentially. So when it's divided, 8 divided by 8 to give you 1 inch. So from here to here is 1 inch. Do you understand? That's basically what you need to know. And then as for centimeters, the reason why people use centimeters is because you don't have to be approximating like this. Do you understand? So with centimeters, usually it would be your measurement to stop between maybe half a centimeter or 1 centimeter. You get 1.5 centimeters. You won't start having like 0.25 centimeters. You know, and all that and all that. You understand? It's a lot more. And measurements are the columns are many, so it allows room for smaller measurements. Do you understand? So it's just pretty easy to understand. So this is 5 inches, and then from here to here is 18 inches, which is half a yard, as I mentioned earlier. 18 inches is half a yard. From here to here is 3/4 of an inch. Yeah? So the list goes on and on and on. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure you go ahead and give it a like, and then if you have questions, please drop your questions in the comment section of this tutorial.